For. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to Season 3 Promotion Tournament Qualifying Series of the North American Amateur League. I am your, I don't know what the hell you want to call me, BG Dominate, Kelvar, Lee, whatever, Mac, doesn't matter to me, but I am Lee Kelvar Macaroni, and joining me tonight is my second right-hand man, Mr. Brent Acid Coconut Kitchen. How are you tonight, Mr. Brent Acid Coconut?
That would be me, not much. How are you doing yourself, Lee? I am doing well. I'm just excited to play some, or watch some games, excuse me.
Oh my god, if we were watching your games, Brent, this would be a much different tournament, so...
Oh, it would. Be more exciting, that's for sure.
Whoa, come on, give these guys a break.
You can't ever say I didn't have any exciting games. You gotta always give them a little bit.
Yeah, fine, I'll give them just a little bit, but we're here, we have our first two teams of the qualifiers. Now, I want to go over a little bit about the qualifiers and how they work. I have done in the rules and I have done in Captain's Chat, but just for everyone viewing, I want to make sure that we all understand this. Round Robin Qualifiers is a round robin style bracket where we have all of the teams who are not already registered for the tournament compete in a round robin 1v1 against each other. And the four teams with the best record at the end of that move on. Any teams who have a tied record will compete, go head to head, and the winning team will get that spot. So pretty much any tie results in another game between the two tied teams. Whoever wins that is it's a best of one, they go forward. The reason it's a round robin is simply because it prevents any kind of really big differences and big gap of skill. Like if you have a full gold team against a full bronze team, it kind of negates that, so you have an even shot of getting in with all the teams as they are in their current skill level. So that's what we have, and we have a full split scheduled for this upcoming month and then some, so I really look forward to it. We have currently already scheduled and already qualified our Team Fire, the third place team from last season, CTF 1994, proud captain and baby mama of Team Funk, who is also in the qualifiers, already qualified for that. First place winner of last season is Team Requiem with the dreaded B-Camp, who is one of the most potent mid laners we've seen in this tournament thus far. Then we also have Team Chimichangas, Chiming Chimones, which is used to be Brahms Brawlers, used to be Mooglets Marauders, now it's Chimichang, I don't even know, but they are now in the tournament because they have been a part of every tournament thus far, and they were a part of the quarterfinals. No, they weren't, but they are in every tournament thus far, so they earned their spot. And then we finally have in the fourth spot Team Digital Esports, who is one of the most dominating teams thus far, only beaten by CTF's Team Fire with Funk last season. So this is for the last four spots in the remaining LCS style bracket, and we hope that one of these teams will be in there. So we have, once again, Team Nexus down versus Team TC Snits, I believe. Now we can actually talk about the champ select. So, let's do it!
Let's do it, and let's get these team names up on top so everyone knows who we're talking about.
Good call, good call. See, I always forget one thing, guys.
But that's alright. We're going to go ahead and get moving right into this as Lee goes ahead and gets that set up. I'm sure everyone can see. We'll just run through the bands real quick. We got Tom Kench, Graves, and Zhao banned out over here. Two very strong champions, and this is in a little bit of a target. And on the other side, we got Dr. Mundo, Shen, and Malphite. None of those really need explaining.
There we go. There's one.
Everyone knows, and here we go.
Bam.
I don't see it yet.
Yeah, it takes a second. It'll take a second. Calm down, guys. It'll work.
Alright, man, on to our power picks. So the first three already coming out. We got Jax, Poppy, Trundle. Gonna be doing work. Jax is gonna go ahead and be picked up on Team Nexus down. Gonna be a very strong presence up in the top lane with his Rage Blade. Poppy, of course, gonna counter him in the top lane and just be an absolute decimating force when it comes to knocking people away and making uneven fights. Trundle gonna assist with that. Gonna assist with stopping them from coming back into these fights.
Okay, I think I'm all set, boys. All set.
Are you ready, Lee?
I think it's all set. I think so. I think I fixed it all. You can tell me, but we're good to go, I think. All right.
It looks good to me.
Let's see this champ select now. Let's see this ragtag group of champions.
It's actually it's a pretty good champ select in my book. I think almost every champion comes out with a little bit of power. There's the Lucian Corki matchup.
Interesting. Alright. I can see this working. So, on Team Nexus downside, we have Jax, Skarner, Diana, Lucian, and Braum. That is, if I've ever seen one, a pick dive composition.
How about a stun competition, man? Come on.
I know, right?
You got Skarner stuns, you got Braum stuns, you got Jax stuns. Man, I just want to play some League of Legends.
Nah, you're not going to play League today, not with that comp.
Not with that team comp.
No, not at all. Yeah. And then we have on Team TC Snits side, Poppy, Trundle, Ari, Corki, and Thresh. I love the Poppy pickup. I absolutely love it. It counters the Jax, it counters the Diana, it counters the Lucian with all of those dashes. So if Nokia Battle Axe can play that to proper efficiency, then that Poppy pickup is going to be so worthwhile, especially against a Diana.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I think the Poppy is going to be the deciding factor. Like, already, it's pretty easy to tell. Just because she counters so many champions on Nexus Downs here that it's really going to be tough. It's going to be tough for them to get into those fights and get onto the Corki and the Ari, who can just absolutely rain havoc from afar. Ari with that great mobility is just going to be super tough to lock down.
Yeah, we'll see. The Trundle with the eating the resistances, see how potent he can be in the mid to early game. I haven't seen a lot of Skarner, so I can't speak to much proficiency on how he does in the current meta. I know the minigame Skarner is slightly agitating to say the least for either team, but I know Trundle has some pretty good ratios on his Chomp and has some pretty good attack damage overall. So once he starts eating those resistances, he should not have any problem with a Skarner or a potential Jax being very scary in his natural lane.
Yeah, and he's got so many targets to use that ultimate on. That he can use on the Jax, the Skarner, even the Braum if he has to. If he goes for a little 2-on-3 in the bot lane, right there at level 6. So, it's gonna be very easy for Trundle to kind of just buff himself up. So he's gonna be a very I'm expecting a lot from Snits here.
Yeah, their team comp kind of mesh. It's kind of a similar style to what Nexus Down is running right now. They have an Ari with the pick, they have the Thresh with the pick, they have the Corki with all the poke, and the Poppy for the potent pick potential in the jungle, along with the ultimate who can, when used
reset
properly,
some of those team fights.
Exactly, it can reset a team fight. It can just say, no, we don't want this team fight. It can say, I'm going to stun you for 2 seconds in a team fight. So Poppy's kind of a really versatile pick where she can go in with really any comp.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's what I just said. The Poppy, leaving that open and first picking the Jax, I think the Poppy would have been a little bit stronger for Nexus Downs and kind of gifting that away to TC Schnitz.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a lucky draw for TC Schnitz, but as you can see in their bans, they want to get rid of all top lane team fight threats, and got gifted the Poppy for it. So I mean, it looks like TC Schnitz got everything they wanted out of that ban and pick phase.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, a Poppy pickup is incredible. Corki is probably one of the most powerful AD carries in the game right now. Granted, he does a lot of magic damage, about 75% magic damage. Couple that with an Ari, that's a lot of AP on a team. So we'll have to see what kind of damage Trundle and Poppy can bring to these team fights.
Yeah, the itemization is going to be a little bit heavy in the magic side, or magic resist side for Nexus Downs, I would imagine. Just like you said, because of that Corki split damage, the Poppy does a little bit of magic damage as well. So the Trundle's going to have to be one of those big deciding factors, but since he's going to have to build tank for his team, he might not be able to put out that physical damage that TC Schnitz needs. So that may be a little bit of a break for Nexus Downs here, who's running a mix as well, but they definitely have their roles more diverse. As you see, the Lucian is just going to be putting out pure physical damage, and the Diana is just going to be coming in with a lot of magic damage already. So
We'll see how their team comps come together as we're going to get into the load screen, which you see a black screen, but it'll pop up eventually, I promise. We are not the LCS, but we try to be our very best imitator if we can. So
try our best. We try our best to be LCS.
There we go.
We got a little Dr. Seuss in the house already.
We got our own Dr. Seuss. Holy cow! Try our best to be LCS. Oh, that's actually
Thunderlord's
really good.
losing favor. Yeah, I'm gonna just point out right here, Thunderlord's losing a lot of favor.
Yeah.
We only see 4 people with it.
Interesting. That's really interesting, actually. Wow, I like the fervor on Lucian. I like it on Skarner per se because he doesn't have a lot of, quick bursty damage. I guess so. That's understandable. Yeah, I love the fact that we are actually seeing masteries other than Thunderlords. I think that's fantastic.
I like the diversity. I agree with you. I agree with you with the diversity, but Lucian not having Thunderlords is a huge mistake.
You think so?
So easy. It is just so easy to proc that Thunderlords at all stages of the game. You hit him with a 1 spell plus 1 auto attack, coupled with his passive, means that you're gonna. It's free Thunderlords activation. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to spend any extra resources. You don't have to position differently. It just fits in the flow of his normal playstyle.
See, I like the fervor battle on Lucian just because later in the game you have that attack speed, you have that auto attack style 80 carry. Oh, missing the first hook.
Thresh hook. Penguin War Chief trying to get out a little cheeky level 1 kill on the Skarner as the rest of his team sat in that bush, but Skarner already has his shoes on.
Yeah, he missed it.
Right on out of there.
He's got his, 6 shoes? I don't know. Scorpion's feet.
You must pay a fortune in Nike.
Oh my god. Nike Air? I don't think he's rocking those. Those too expensive, man. Too expensive.
We'll see. He gets those Swifty boots on. He's going to be flying around this map.
That is a cool skin, though. I really like that orange Skarner skin. That's cool. Alright, so you see pretty much standard starts here. You have the Talisman on Skarner. You have the Machete on Trundle. You have both Corrupting Potions on the top laners. So that means both of them are going to be wanting to trade and trade early and aggressively. So we'll see who's going to get the upper hand up there.
Yeah, we will see how that kind of goes down. Who gets the better kind of attacks and trades in the minions. The Poppy Shield is going to help her get a little bit more of that range. Attacks is all melee, but that gap closer, damage combo that Jax has might prove a little bit too strong for this Poppy to handle.
Yeah, we'll see. Jax can be a big issue if he does start to get going. So maybe Poppy's the answer, but we'll see who has the upper hand 5 minutes in as everyone's got their defensive wards out and farming starts.
Yeah, the farming already started. I think after the 5 minutes, you're right. It's probably going to decide who is going to be our top lane victor and who's really going to decide the pace of the game for the next 10 to 15 after that. These top laners just provide so much impact for their teams that's definitely going to be our lane to watch.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's going to go too heavily in one side, but as I say that, I look at the creep score in the top lane, and Poppy is down 6, 7 now. Granted,
already,
she's got a wave of 3 minions piling up on her, but that means she missed at least 3 on her side. So
she missed half a wave, and that you can't be doing that this early.
Yeah, well, I'm not entirely sure that it's going to work out, but we'll see. The jungle route Trundle is up in the top lane already, going for some sort of potential gank up there. He's got both of his buffs, so he's got that red buff slow if he needs it, but Jax is slightly farther back.
Threshold.
Oh, man.
Already starting to hit him now. If Penguin War Chief can get on these hooks, he's going to provide a lot of impact as well on his team. Now, Trundle's going in on the top lane. Jax kind of came down to spot it out, so a little bit of good timing on the Jax's part. Misstep on Trundle's, as he kind of just wasted a lot of time in there. Skarner was just able to farm up his jungle effectively.
Yeah, but he does get the ward there, so he sees where Skarner is, and that Skarner just picked up his blue buff, so he knows where the enemy jungler is. Maybe he can use that to his advantage relatively soon as his buffs run out.
Just because you know where the enemy jungler is isn't going to help for a 6 a 6 minion deficit already in the jungle, which means he's already behind a camp and a half, if not 2 camps. So he's gonna be a little bit later on his gangsters, Garner.
True, but look at that. While he did forfeit a little bit of time in the jungle, look at the farm for Poppy. She's now farming safely under tower and is now up CS to this Jax. So while he didn't blow a flash, while he was down in CS himself, he got Poppy in a little bit more of a comfortable position there. So
it provided a little bit of pressure up in that top lane for sure. Kind of helped her stay a little bit safe, kind of freeze the lane where she wanted to and avoid getting that shoved in and reset.
Yeah, that's actually really smart by this Trundle and Poppy in the top. So well done by TC Snits. Getting that frozen wave in the top lane is really good, especially against a Jax.
Oh yeah, and I think if we want to point out some good wave management in the mid lane, Ahri's been pushing in this Diana. He's already been forced to use one of her biscuits, so Ahri's got a little bit of an item, a very small item lead in terms of that regeneration, and Diana's just having so much trouble trying to farm under that turret.
Oh, wow, trading all
a little
over.
Bit of action though in the bot lane as Lucian goes in a little deep. That's just gonna keep him flayed there.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this is going to go in the mid game, though. Both junglers are working their way down to the bot side. Once the AD carries make their first back, I wonder who's going to have the upper hand.
Yeah, speaking of upper hand, as Poppy pushes that back in the top lane. Oh, the big Thresh took the Lantern throwing out. Trundle's trying to get to that Lantern. Thresh is trying to chase him down. The Braum stun gonna get procced on the Thresh. Gonna stop that aggression for a little bit. The Trundle killer looking to do work. Poppy in the top lane, trying to push him in. Jax is turning it around quickly, but the turret there is going to mean that they're both safe. As Skarner comes in to try to re-engage on bottom, the flash on 2, the flash on 3 now. Skarner goes in, locks up the Trundle. Trundle gets double stunned there with the Skarner and the Braum passes, but he gets out to safety.
Wow, that was really scary for TC Snitch there, but overall, Summoners traded pretty evenly across the board. AD carry, Living Paradox, popped his flash, where Lucian's the Great Zamenga did not have to pop his flash. But other than that, flash on the junglers, flash on the Braum. So, pretty decent trade, I'd say. Not the best for TC Snits, but no one died, where they definitely overstayed their welcome.
No, that was a huge win for Nexus Downs in my book. Look how many minions they were just able to shove in under that tower. And Corgi's going to be just so far behind when it comes to experience now that Lucian's going to have, the Great Omega is going to have the upper hand.
That's true, but if this Corki does this properly, he should be able to work it to a freeze with those caster minions there, honestly. It doesn't look like he's actually going for it, but it would have been possible.
It does not look like it at all, as he just continued auto-attacking those guys down, even though they were well out of turret range. So Ahri is going to put a little bit of pressure on bottom as she takes that little crystal shard and goes to take her blue buff. Diana not going to have one.
That's actually pretty big for Diana. She has pretty big mana cost when trading, and she has to trade really efficiently in order to have the pressure in the mid lane. So we'll see. She has hit level 6. Everyone knows Diana's telltale is a dive in at level 6, so...
Level 6 up in the top lane as well, and Jax is just not having very much fun now. His Thresh goes in bottom with a good hook onto the support, but it takes a lot of damage on the end of that. Not quite on the prime focus target.
Yeah.
Force him.
Nice hook there by Thresh, but they didn't have the damage there to take out the Braum, and overall they're going to get a ward right back in that brush. So they cleared the pink ward. That was their success, so well done. The
pink ward goes right back in. That's a little bit of slap in the face from Diana. Says, come back and try to clear this again.
It'll work out this time, I promise, boys. I love this Poppy into Jax right now. She is doing an incredible job. Oh, as I say that, look, guys, you work with me here. When I'm complimenting you, you can't do something like that. All right? It doesn't.
It's a good matchup to watch, though. To be sure, as Jax and Poppy are both two, very strong champions and provide a lot of just resources that they can utilize up there in that top lane. So a lot of mechanics have to go down up there. So I think it's a great lane to watch, and these two players have been playing it all right.
Ooh, nice charm.
Trundle's gonna knock up Skarner, but Ari gets turned around. She gets ulted, trying to dash out of there. The Ignite's gonna bring her down though.
Oh!
Diana didn't quite get the kill for it. She is gonna get the kill on the Trundle though, as Jax teleports in and is just forced to flash as Poppy follows down with her own teleport. Pings onto the dragon now, as Lucian and Braum are right outside the pit, trying to poke him down with the culling. Now Jax is ready to go back in. He leaps in. Great thresh play. Gonna keep him out, but the Braum ultimate follow-up gonna mean 1 to stun on the thresh. Lucian flashes to get it. The exhaust with Diana's help. And Nexus down, picks up the thresh right there at the end.
Wow, that was just an overstay from TC Snits right there. They had the turnaround potential. They didn't get anyone on that initial engage with Trundle Jump. They killed the Ahri. Ahri burnt the flash there over the Dragon Pit and still died. So that's a big loss for them.
Yeah, the big thing as well is Skarner picked up that kill, even though Diana had the Ignite ticking on. So Diana potentially could have came out of there with a triple kill.
Oh man, Diana with any kills is scary.
It's going to be very scary indeed, even though she's 20 CS down.
She looks to be going for a Rod of Ages with that Catalyst, though, so interesting choice there. Yep, there it is.
As you commandeth, she shall buildeth. And she decides to lock that in, so that'll start getting stacked. And at 20 minutes, that's going to be a very scary Diana as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I normally see Diana's get a Abyssal Scepter early on, just for the protection against their middle laner. She is down in farm by a significant amount of this Ahri, so she's only about 200 gold up on her mid lane counterpart. So we'll see how that Rod of Ages stacks and how potent she will be later in the game.
Well, that extra health should help her get back a little bit in this farm. The health and mana is going to mean she's not going to get pushed out as quickly, and is going to be able to farm a little bit more with that Q long range. So I think we're looking to see Diana a little bit of a turnaround here.
Potential. Oh, nice flash by the Braum.
Talk about turnaround, as Braum just flashes right out of there as he Abston in the river, had nowhere to go. Couldn't turn left, couldn't turn right, so he just wisely flashed over the thresh. Great play from the Braum.
Cool guys don't look at explosions, Brent. That's what I just saw right there. Oh, man.
So true. A little bit of skirmish here over these wards. Skarner's going to get the upper hand, clearing out that pink ward. And a great vision denial out of both teams, as neither one has been able to really secure a pink ward foothold pushed out through the river.
I love the use of warding here. Both teams have coverage in that bot side river, but right now Nexus down have complete and utter control wherever they need to go. They have eyes on every exit of that jungle with the exception of the back tri-bush, so Trundle pretty much is never going to be able to gank bot lane successfully right now, unless it's a really elongated lane gank, so...
Yeah, she's gonna... But speaking of gank, Skarner is just trying to get out here on the map and do more with what he's already got. Try to keep shutting down this Trundle. Now, we got spotted out by the Ahri there, who went to wards. Didn't have to blow... Well, she actually did, excuse me, she did blow her ultimate to get away. So that's going to be a big... I think that's a big win for the Skarner.
We'll see. Ahri's cooldown on her ultimate isn't that bad right now. I mean, it is the worst it could possibly be, but... as long as she stays safe, she should be pretty fine. She's still up in CS on this Diana. She's at a pretty safe point in the game right now. And as long as she doesn't overextend, she should be fine.
We will see as Skarner comes around through the river, looking to make use of that no ultimate, no flash on the Ahri. Now, she didn't spot him, but she had a back timing, which is luckily going to save her life.
Yep. That's really good back timing by Ahri right there. Knowing that she doesn't have wards and pushing that final wave in on the Diana is probably the best possible time for her to back. She gets that Morello, she has her speedy boots, so she'll be even safer in that mid lane.
Wow. amazing luck or skill, whichever one you want to call it, coming out of this Diana. Or excuse me, this Ari, just being able to, you know, have the game sense to get out of there. Diana shoved it in, so she is going to even out that minion count a little bit. Skarner comes back down into the river. Both junglers floundering a little bit now. That we reach a little bit later into this laning phase. Not quite being able to get out into their lanes to perform a proper gank.
I love watching this top lane matchup right now because every time you see Jax pop his counter-strike, you see Poppy pop her steadfast presence. And it's basically like, nope, you're not jumping on me today.
You want to go? Well, it's both the same way. Every time Poppy tries to jump in, the counter-strike just comes out, and that resets that. So both of them playing a nice cat and mouse game with their spells.
Yeah, it's interesting. Earlier in the game, Ari and Poppy had a pretty substantial minion score over their counterpart here. It's pretty much dwindled to about 10 CS, give or take, at any given time. So the 3 kills in favor of Nexus down allow them to come back in this game and get a little bit of their farm back. So not looking too good for TC Snits right now if they keep up this trend.
Yeah, a little bit of their farm back and take the early, 1,000 gold lead. Not too much, but will help them in this, in their next team fight.
Yeah, look at that. Jax and Poppy are pretty much almost dead even. Poppy has about 50 gold advantage on the Jax, being 12 CS up. So those 2 assists doing a lot to keep this Jax up in gold in that top lane. And Trundle's looking for that lane gank. What did I say?
Yeah, the only avenue he had to go in, he's using it. He's going to see how effective he can make it only in the far bush, not in the close one. So he may be down there for a while, waiting.
Yeah, we'll
Lucian
see.
Braum just content to kind of last hit here. And Ari's going to make a roam up top lane, though, too.
Trundle's still not moving up, so he must think that brush is warded.
Here's a hook. The engaged
There he is.
thought it was going out, but no. Scarlet Diana
Oh!
coming down as Ari's in the 3-on-4. The calling coming out after the Brahmo. Gonna keep them all locked in. Diana does a lot of damage as she's on the back line, forcing Corki out. Teleport out of Poppy's gonna even the numbers up here as she comes in, but her team kind of left her, so she had to cancel it. Corki too low to re-engage. Thresh too low to re-engage. Would have just been a 2-on-4. So a great play out of Nokia Battle Axe. Keep out of there, and Nexus down is just going to turn on this dragon.
Yeah, we'll see. Poppy is now pushing that to the tower where Nexus down are getting their second dragon of the game. It's not going to mean all that much yet, but Poppy is pushing all of that into the top tower right now, about a wave and a half or so. And Jax is going to miss.
But Jax has his teleport up, and there he goes. He uses it to soak up all of those minions.
Let's see
So
what he gets from it. So
Yeah, another great gank, though, from Skarner.
Yeah, really well done by Skarner. I'm not sure if he knew that was going to be a gank or if he knew it was going to be a counter gank, but he saw that the bot lane of TC Snits was pushed up. He had the chance to do it, and bam, he did it. So Trundle being there was just a minor inconvenience.
They didn't see Trundle in that bush, but Diana and Skarner were already rotating before Trundle showed himself. So a little bit of a fortunate timed counter gank. That would have been a gank if Trundle hadn't shown himself.
Jax is still hanging out, just getting the scuttle right now. So maybe looking to get that Rift Herald, Skarner potentially. And it looks like they will start it. I love the Rift Herald. I don't know why people don't prioritize this more, because while it is not necessarily as good as a tower or as good as a dragon, it gives you so much safety in your movement speed, and your minions have that increased damage. So you really have nothing to worry about, as long as you know you're not being silly stupid. But man, mid lane.
Diana has to worry as Ari jumped in with the charm, chucking her very low, using that ignite. Was not able to pick up that kill as Diana flashed away. But strong aggression coming out of Grandma's nips.
Oh my god. That was a really good trade there by Ari. She's now got so much more pressure on this Diana, and Diana has 2 kills over Ari, but oh, Skarner!
Oh, the Skarner flash drag under tower. Ari had to blow the flash. He's got no ignore.
Oh!
Now, he's gonna be able to pick up the kill. Trundle there for a little bit of a moral support. Gets the assist as well. Now we see that. We see the skills in the top lane going down as Skarner.
Whoa!
As Jax try to jump on the Poppy, but the Poppy gonna stop any sort of jumps, dashes, dodges, evades.
Dip, dive,
Knocks
duck,
Jax up
dodge,
and
and
dunks him down.
dive. What was it? Dodgeball? I don't know. I don't remember the quote, but yeah, that's what Poppy's so good at. That ultimate can be used as a CC right there, which she did with the Jax, which allowed her to get that second Q off, which does percent health damage both first and second burst. So underestimating that damage cost Jax his life right there.
And we'll see. Poppy might have underestimated her stay, but did not, as she just gets out safely.
Gosh. She's got nothing to worry about with Diana. She's got that steadfast presence. Even if she hit that Q, she would have just popped it, and Diana would have been like, oh, I guess I'm not doing anything.
Whoops. I'm not getting through there. But anyways, the bottom lane, Brahm's trying to split the support and AD carry. Almost succeeds at it, but Thresh is going to be able to knock him away and get back to his Corki as Ari and Trundle proceed to clear out wards in the dragon side of the river.
Well, in this kind of lull of action right now, look at this ward coverage. Well, Trundle's actually in the Tribush for a potential gank right now. He's clearing that pink ward. But look at the pink wards on TC Snits right now. They have 4 out right now for each member, and 1 on Poppy. I'm not sure if she already has hers out yet, but they have this almost perfect defensive lineup with their pink wards where they can see where anyone gets in the jungle.
Yeah, the movement of both teams is going to be well spotted out. As well, they got very defensive people. Now the charm missing mid lane as Trundle tried to pillar him up. Not quite a successful gank. It almost worked, but almost only counts as horseshoes and hand grenades. Nexus down is going to get out.
The longer this game goes, actually, I was going to say the longer it goes in TC Snit's favor, but they have a Jax on Nexus down right now. So, I've been wrong before, but a late game Poppy is kind of aggravating. Trundle will still do damage in the late game with his armor and MR when he tears through all of your resistances. Corki will always do heavy
Same thing can be said. Same thing can be said about that late game Jack.
Oh no, Skarner's getting the ultimate down. I think Brent actually left the Discord channel, but Poppy ult to disengage the fight.
Of his bot lane, going to be able to secure up the kill with the Lucian Braum help.
Did you just leave the Discord channel?
No, I am still in the Discord channel.
Oh, okay.
Can you not hear me?
No, you just went really quiet for like 5 seconds there.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Alright.
I'll go ahead and get that fixed, whatever the problem is. I think it's I'll say it's
Hello.
me, not you, but
It's
I
me.
will believe it's you, not me.
Oh. Fine. Whatever you want to call it.
Oh boy. But anyway, Skarner with a great pickup there in the bot lane, turning around what should have been his death.
Nice.
Now we're gonna
Hook.
see Braum maybe lose his life here as Ari jumping in with the thresh hook. Gonna send Braum to a very early grave as he was just trying to clear out some wards. Team, why you no help?
Yeah, you're never safe. Not with Thresh Ari right there. Nice hook into a nice charm. Easy peasy pickup for Grandma's. So, with that, the gold lead is still about 1,500 gold in favor of Nexus down, but TC Snits look to pick up their first dragon.
TC Snips onto the dragon. Gonna see if they can pick this up as easy as the Braum. But Nexus Downs is not going to let him have it. Trundle force him to pull it away.
Oh, nice!
Here. And the River Ari Charm going to stop him up now. Lucian's on the backside with the help of Jax. Jax could not get away to safety. And TC Snits picks up another one and turn right back onto this dragon as they pull it out into the river.
They can take
Nexus
this
Downs
right
is
now.
not giving it up though as Brahm's coming in. Going to look to see what he can do. Trying for a cheeky steal, but that won't happen in this game.
Yeah, that was really well done by the Ari there. Getting that burst damage onto Diana pretty much said, you know what, you're not going to kill anyone today. and she had to stay really far back and couldn't dive during that dragon fight. So nice pickup on that Diana. While it didn't kill her, it did chunk her enough to make her think twice about that.
Oh, talk about pickups. Thresh is on fire as he picks up the Braum with his hook. Poppy's going to finish it off as she goes deep under the turret thanks to Skarner's ultimate. Going to tank that up no problem and secure a double kill for herself. As the rest of her team continues to push in this tower, only Diana is here to back as Jax comes in. Gonna stun him up. Oh, with a huge pull together from the Diana. Gonna clump them all up for the Jax to just go ham. He's looking to just execute everybody with his jumps. Trundle's gonna keep the Corgi safe, but left Thresh to fend on his own. And Jax is gonna pick it up for the return double kill. Corgi gonna try to cheekily get out of there, hide.
Corgi,
Diana knows what's up. She does. There's a ward right there, and he can see it with the pink ward. And Diana says, "Thank you very much for that free kill." And Lucian says, "Thank you very much for that free turret."
Nothing but overextensions and overstaying their welcome on side of TC Snits right there. They got 2 kills. They got a free tower right there. They should have turned around. No, they only got 1 tower. TC Snits just got that mid
second tower.
Oh, well, they got that 1 tower in that push, and they got those 2 kills after the dragon right there, after that dragon fight. So after that, they tried to go for a second inner tower, completely overstayed their welcome, underestimated the kind of burst potential Diana had, and then Jax came in and picked up a double kill. So really not clear calls or incorrect calls from TC Snits' side.
TC Snits didn't have their ultimates after they used them in that river fight where they very effectively split the enemy team and decided to push their advantage, but they pushed their advantage a little bit too hard. And Nexus Downs punished them for it. Now, is that the slide into the defeat for TC Snits as Nexus Down increased their goal lead by quite a bit? Being able to pick up a lot of kills in return.
It's a lot of gold, especially a 4-kill Diana. We don't normally see a lot of Diana. See, I love Poppy! Oh my god!
Jax must be bashing his head into his keyboard right now, and Poppy just absolutely denies everything he wants to do. Now, she may even deny him his life if she stuns him up into the wall and knocks him up to keep him there, and Thresh is going to be here to just keep him trapped, and this Fast is there. Jax is just trapped in between the tower and Poppy. Talk about a rock in a hard place, and he's going to easily fall down.
That's a tough loss for Jax, but he was overextending. He had the vision in there. He just didn't see the Thresh come up through the jungle. He thought he could take the Poppy, but he really couldn't take the Poppy. Thresh wasn't even needed there. So Jax just overestimating his abilities.
Jax just not paying attention to what was coming at him. That was a 3-kill Poppy heading his direction with a lot of armor. And he wasn't going to be able to get through that as he had no mana as well to boot. Now we got some pings going down on the Baron potentially here. Corgi's going to go ahead and start it up. He's holding on to the package. Right now, Nexus Down knows it's happening. They've got a ward. No scanners out yet for TC Snits. So Nexus Down is on their way. They're trying to collapse one by one here. They will come in.
No way.
Trundle already getting pushed out from the Baron. The Baron's going down very slowly. It's getting low. The teleport's coming. The teleport's going to get there. Rob's going to secure the Trundle as Corki smites away the Baron with the rocket. Now the fight is on as Thresh splits Lucian back, but his team decides, hey, we're going to leave you behind, and Corki's going to pick up the damage. This is kiting to the max from TC Snits as Corki is just racking up kills as the front line finally shows up in the form of Poppy. Now the Charm is going to lock up Lucian to provide the ace for TC Snits, and they're going to push with Baron-empowered minions. Nobody to defend at a Nexus Downs.
That is huge for TC Snits right there. You could see Lucian almost got away there, but Poppy's steadfast presence said, lol, JK, you're not getting anywhere today. That was incredibly well done. The only thing that could have possibly done better was maybe pop the steadfast presence at a time where Diana couldn't dive the squishies of her team, where Trundle died and Thresh died. If she had popped it slightly early, Diana would have been interrupted mid-ultimate and no one would have died in that team fight. However, no big deal. They got the Baron, they got the Ace, and that's exactly what they needed to get back in this game.
That was a well-fought fight out of TC Snits, just kiting them back, letting their poke damage do work. Their close-range poke damage, the the Corky Rockets, and the Ahri just orbs, just absolutely decimated all of Nexus Downs on the return as they funneled in to try to prevent that Baron and to try to chase them down while they were low health. So great team communication and great team fight at TC Snits. Now they may be in trouble as they overstayed a little bit, try to get control of this River for Dragon, but
oh man,
that is not going to be the case as they already charm into the Thresh Hook. Going to turn that aggression right around as Ahri dives on the three. No fears in the world. Brahm's going to exhaust her, going to try to go for the stun as the rest of her team looked at Dragon. Going to now turn for the help as both flashed away, but the charm is going to take them back. They're going for a lovely kiss, but that is the kiss of death.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what Braum was thinking there. There is no reason he should ever try to 1v1 on Ahri, especially when he knows the entire enemy team is in the river right behind her. TC Snits shouldn't have even been able to win that, in all honesty. They had a Baron buff. They were pulling back from that mid lane push where they took that inhibitor tower. They should be pushing their advantage in lane like they are now, and the fact that they won that is really scary for Nexus Down.
Just amazing picks right now. The pick potential is just too real with these charms comboed onto these hooks. Team communication has just been on point for TC Snits, and now that whole gold lead Nexus Downs had is completely obliterated as they already lost one tower, or two towers in the mid lane, and now a tower in the bot lane already, and they might even lose more.
Man, that poke from that Corky.
Oh, the picks are still happening as Thresh finds the hook. Corky finds the kills, and Thresh finds the hook once again. Wow, rinse and repeat. Thresh finds the hook, Corky dunks him away. Now
is that
Ahri's
Crepo?
trying to put away the Jax top.
Oh my god.
Gonna be able to do it with the charm. Another kiss of death. And TC Snits is on a very solid push to maybe even win this game.
Yeah, they have this last tower to take. They can take this inhibitor, then they can take the mid inhibitor just to be safe if they really wanted to. Probably the right call. Take both inhibs back out, recall, get your items, get your gold, and come in for the final push. So, Nexus Down need a miracle right now to get back in this game.
A miracle indeed. They're going to have 4 members up to try to push out and stop any potential win out of TC Snits. Yeah, going to force them back in as both the Lucian, Skarner, and Braum come up to assist that Diana, who almost at this point feels like she's been AFK under Fountain. Hasn't provided much impact after picking up that Rod of Ages in the mid lane after those 2 kills. Now, she does have 5 kills and 3 assists, but so far it really hasn't been enough to swing these team fights in her team's favor.
Diana's not exactly a team fighting champion per se. She dives the backline, she dives the squishies, she deals damage and kills them, insta-gibs them, then she hasn't been able to get past this Thresher, this Poppy, or even this Trundle to get to the Ahri, to get to the Corky, so that's not so much Diana's fault as it is Thresh's and Poppy's
well, I don't even know if you can get to these Corkies or Ahris. They're just going to jump away.
True, very true. Also a truth. So, very safe team comp coming out of TC Snits here, showing much success.
I think that this game really emphasizes how well TC Snits drafted this game. As the Poppy shuts down the Jax, the Ahri, Corky shut down any sort of funky business from the Diana. The Poppy just shuts down everybody still.
This Poppy,
even more than just the Jax.
People haven't realized it yet, especially in lower elos, but Poppy is one of those champions that is just so good and can fit into pretty much any comp. If teams learn how to pick up this Poppy like Nokia Battleaxe has, then they're going to look to have a scary team comp. So, very nice rotations and a team comp coming out of TC Snits here. Unfortunately, the dive comp doesn't seem to be working as they're taking their last inner turret.
Here we're going to see a dive out of TC Snits. Their dive is working as they Braum under this inner turret. Now Thresh is on the back line, followed by the huge package from Corky. gonna pick up Skarner as well, so that's 3 down as the Jax fell. As with them, they're gonna push onto this inhibitor. What looks like a game-winning push potentially. Now Diana's gonna try to jump in, gonna get just stopped by the Poppy as Ari gets the shutdown going for it. Trundle's gonna pick up Lucian with the help of Ari, and that is the inhibitor, and that will be the Nexus. As TC Snits pick up the first win of Season 3 in a solid 34 minutes, 23-10, ending the game 10,000 gold up, and doing a very fine job indeed.